Salutations, viewers. My name is GameDame, and welcome back to another one of GameDame Reacts. So today we have a more inside look into Starfield, but this time it looks like we're going to be watching some behind-the-scenes official footage for Episode 1, The Endless Pursuit. So without further ado, let's get straight to the juiciness and watch, like I just said, the official behind-the-scenes Episode 1, Endless Pursuit for Starfield. This is going to be exciting. Because I think this is the one that Bethesda is working on.
The one thing people underestimate about video games is that people think it's just playtime. But I always say that the one thing video games can give you that nothing else in entertainment can is that feeling of pride, right? Look what I did. And
agreed.
Even though we want to make
this
a
is
game
the one
that
Bethesda
big,
is working on.
You can play for all of those years. It's all the paths you didn't take that make it special to you, that you feel like when you finish that quest, that you feel that you accomplished something that week. The people who love video games can always say, like, you know, what'd you do today? I saved the world.
I saved the world. I mean, I do agree with the logic. Video games gives you that interactive experience that most movies and TV shows cannot do. So I agree.
We've been incredibly lucky to work with such a tight group of people for so long. Like, we're all friends. It's like a second family in a way. We all sort of know or get what a Bethesda game is.
There's definitely this core group who's been working together for decades and knows how to make a BGS game. And then there's this, new generation of game developers who are coming in and working at BGS who grew up on those games those people made. For some people, those are the games that got them to go into the industry in the first place. And what I love about that is those people come in and they love the worlds too, and they want to stay true to those worlds that they grew up on. And so we're still able to maintain what a BGS game is, but continue to evolve.
I think we underestimate how long people are going to play it. You look at Skyrim, we're sitting here 10 years later, and it keeps having this life, and it changes how you want to create something.
Yeah,
or you haven't released the next fucking game yet.
We create this game and we put everything we can possibly put into it and tell the stories we want to tell and build this world that's sort of a setup that when we hand it off to the players, they play it, but then they take it and make it their own. They tell their own stories and then they make their own stories with our tools.
I think it's the hallmark of our games that, you play it and my experience is going to be different than yours. I'm going to come in and tell you a funny story about something that happened to me. You may never have seen that because just a confluence of events. And I think that helps with the longevity and it helps with that feeling of community in a lot of ways.
I definitely see what she means, though.
That you get transported to, that you can really make your own. And that's where, for me, the magic is, to do it for 2 decades and close to that for so much of our group. There's a big trust there that we know how we solve certain things together. We were doing Morrowind and looking at what we might do after that and beyond that. And we had a list of what are the other types of worlds we want to go to. And obviously Fallout was at the top of the list. If we could do that, and that, magically, luckily came true for us. And right behind that was, science fiction.
Starfield! Yeah.
Just defying gravity and taking off from a planet. Like, it's extremely difficult human endeavor.
Yeah, a lot of our games are about exploration, and that's sort of like, that's the ultimate exploration, is what's out there, what's past Earth, right? So
agreed.
It's
I definitely agree to
for us
that.
to work on something like that. I feel like every time we come to a game, we're starting fresh. We're saying, okay, we just did that one, that's over. How do we make it better in every way? It's got a more realistic, science-based backing to it, whereas Skyrim is sort of an epic fantasy. This is a more grounded game and a grounded setting about exploration. So I think
it looks so
gives
good.
us a different take on how we make everything. So that's sort of the thing you latch onto when we're making new areas, making environments, making characters.
The mechanics of the world are entirely different, but there are similarities. And I think those are things we like. Like, we like playing first person. We like having all the coffee cups. We like being able to touch everything. Those moments make the whole thing believable.
Mm-hmm.
Being
I
able
agree.
to watch the sunset and nighttime come and just sit there and watch the world go by seems like it's not gameplay, but it is vital to how you feel through the rest of it.
I also think that because it's based in a more realistic atmosphere, is like, you have a lot of people on our team who are super into certain things like robotics or, engineering, and they can use this lifetime of knowledge they have gathered and then use it in their work.
And
Everyone
actually
comes
have it
from,
make
these
sense.
different areas and bring stuff to the game that can make it in, and it all matters.
It
from
does.
the rocks to the clutter to what the spacesuits look like. It's based on people's experience and sort of learning about how things work in the world and trying to apply it in a way that's believable for this universe.
Yeah, it starts feeling so real to us. Like, all you're saying, we do all that stuff, but then concepting like everything they eat or the toys the children play with.
Yeah, it's a
Or
lot.
What are their bedtime stories? What is their art? What is their history? What is their entertainment? It is a universe, it's not just a game.
There has to be an emotional trigger that occurs. And I think as time has gone on, we're able to paint an even better picture that triggers that emotional thing.
You always have that step out moment into the world, so to say. Technology's changed, we've all changed. So our expectations when loading up a game, like, okay, I'm gonna step out, and there's gonna be this moment. Us being able to do that and have it feel new every generation, every game, is something that is really special about what we do. I like to say that Starfield has 2 step-out moments. It's cryptic. Our process
It's
of
cryptic, he
making
says.
it
I can see that
is
though.
a journey for us that is very, very rewarding. And coming to Starfield, everybody's starting over and saying, what would you want to do? What does going to space mean to you? And everybody comes back to the same one. I want to see what's out there.
Of course we want to see what's out there. Start your journey today. Is there a demo I can sign up for? Join Constellation at starfieldgame.com. This is something I 100% would sign up for and get early access to. I'm a huge space buff, always have been, always will be. I would have went into some sort of space related field if I was not so fucking terrible at math. And in general, I love how Bethesda is taking a different wheel and bringing in something new. I do disagree with them though. It to a certain extent of how what they said is a world we created 10 years ago people are still playing, but that's because y'all didn't release the next game yet. Like, Jesus Christ, how many more times can you re-release Skyrim? I don't know, but the owner said y'all keep buying it, that's why we keep releasing it. And I'm like so fucking tired of it, but that's just my personal opinion on it. But I am ecstatic about this game coming out, and I hope there's an early demo, because this is a game I would 100% want to get an early demo of. And this game just looks absolutely stunning, especially since I'm such a huge space buff in general, and this is like kind of living a dream that I would never be able to live myself. But I'm very, very excited for this game, so let me know in the comments down below what you guys will agree or disagree with in the video that they have elaborated on. But that is all the time I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I highly appreciate your time as always. But please do not forget to subscribe and or follow, not only to my YouTube, but to my Twitch. You guys know where my YouTube is at. You can find my Twitch at twitch.tv/thegamedame. Thanks guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.